Welcome to Momcast, episode 2020. I'm your host, Paul Sebastian, here with my two co-hosts,
Ellie, known as Harry Potter expert, and Pemberly, known as Panda expert.
All right, so this is our yearly podcast, the very first series of what will be a lifetime of podcasts. And since the year is 2020, this episode is 2020. So we're going to explain a little bit about the format of our podcast. So what we do on this podcast, or I guess we should call it Momcast because that's the title of it, is we pick, well, the subject of the episode, of all episodes, is mom. Is a mom, or the girl's mom, or Jessica. And we've come up with different segments for the podcast. So I'm going to have the girls help me explain what these do. For each of the segments, we're going to call a family friend or a family member, and they're going to kind of be interviewed or do a segment with us. And we just hope that this is a special gift for Jessica on her Mother's Day. So segment one is called
Mom Quiz. So what you do is that you ask a question like how tall she is, and then you try to guess it, and if you get it right, you get a ding-a-ring-ring, or a if you get it wrong. And then another one is Mom Reads. Each day we read a clip of one of her favorite books. For example, like The Wild Robot or the Harry Potter books.
Okay. Next segment
is, let's see, I think it's this one. Mom Show. So,
let's see. The mom share was just sharing a story. So we'll ask a friend or a family member to share a story about Jessica as a mother. It could be a funny story or an inspiring story or an embarrassing story. Any story they want to share.
Yeah. So that's
and then good. Mom Truth
is you ask 3 questions. 3 are true, and then the other one has to be a lie. And you try to guess which one that actually did happen and the one that actually didn't happen.
Mom Song.
So,
do you remember? Let's let Ellie introduce it.
Okay. So, a mom song is when you...
someone, if they want to sing a song or play an instrument.
Like the ukulele or a guitar or...
Maybe Uncle Tyler wants to play an instrument. We'll have to see about who we have for special guests on this episode today.
Yep.
And then the last one is a mom compliment.
So a mom's when you give a compliment to the mom who we're podcasting. Or should I say momcasting?
Momcasting, yeah. So, with that, we'll go ahead and get ready for our special guests. Welcome to Momcast.
So, this next guest is very special to our mom. Her name is Granny.
So, the first thing is I want to show you, and I know Jessica can't see this, but this is a poetry book that I bought when I was pregnant with her. So, this poetry book is 35 years old, and it's called My Book of Poems, and the very last poem was one of your mommy's very favorites, and we read it and read it and read it. It is called Keep a Poem in Your Pocket by Beatrice Schenck de Renier. I don't know how you say your last name. Keep a poem in your pocket and a picture in your head, and you'll never feel lonely at night when you're in bed. The little poem will sing to you, the little picture bring to you, a dozen dreams to dance to you at night when you're in bed. So... keep a picture in your pocket and a poem in your head, and you'll never feel lonely at night when you're in bed. And the next thing is from the Book of Mormon. When your mommy was about 15 years old, so the year was about 2000, for family home evening one night. It was my turn to teach because we always took turns teaching family home evening. I decided just to have them share their favorite scripture. And your mommy chose a man in the Book of Mormon who was very, very wicked. His name is Korihor. He's also known as the Antichrist, meaning he didn't like Jesus. And I won't read the whole thing about the Antichrist, but I have to tell you, I got really, really, really scared. Like, why is my 15-year-old daughter saying this wicked man is her favorite scripture? So she read through the story, and then after Korihor can no longer speak, and they call that being struck dumb, and he said this, Korihor put forth his hand and wrote, saying, I know that I am dumb, for I cannot speak, and I know that nothing, save it were the power of God, could bring this upon me. Yea, and I always knew that there was a God. So your mommy's favorite part was that Korihor knew there was a God, and he had been lying to the people, and she said something about that was his testimony, that we can always know that there is a God. So I love that story. And then one last thing, several months ago, you know how your mommy and Auntie Kate and Auntie Keely were on Marco Polo a lot. And we started talking about what 3 words would we use to describe each other. And these are, and it was hard to choose 3, but I kept it to 3. Valiant, strong, and spiritual. Those are the 3 words that I think of when I think about your mama. So, are you ready for the quiz?
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
Okay.
If
Thanks,
I
Heidi.
think I'm just going to grab this.
So we'll move on to the mom quiz segment, and let's see. Maybe let's just pick some of our favorite questions. Peppa, I can help you read some. Ellie, do you want to ask her one?
Sure.
Make sure you speak.
Which Harry Potter character is her absolutely least favorite? What most? And what about most favorite?
So which one is her least favorite and which one is her favorite?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say her least favorite. I'm not going to say Voldemort because he's everyone's least favorite. But without him, we wouldn't have the story. What is the name of the lady? I can't think of her name right now. She always wore pink and she loves cats and she's very mean.
Miss
Hermione.
Umbridge?
No, Miss who? Kate, not Kate.
Umbridge.
Dolores Umbridge is your mommy's least favorite character. And who's her favorite character? I would say Mrs. Weasley, because your mommy is such an excellent mommy, and Mrs. Weasley is such an excellent mommy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Was I right? Or we don't know?
We don't know.
No.
We don't
She'll
know.
tell us later when she listens to it.
Okay.
All right,
All
Peppa,
right.
do you want to pick one to ask her?
Which,
You remember these? This one's the desert island one. Fear. Worst fear.
What is her
Worst?
what is her worst fear?
Her worst fear?
Yep.
I would think having one of her children get lost and she couldn't find you, either Ellie or Pemberly or the both of you.
That'd be pretty scary.
Yep.
I'll ask one. Let's see.
Okay.
What 3 things would she take to a desert island?
She would take very fancy sunglasses. She would take a very cute swimming suit and a Diet Coke.
And she would die. That's awesome.
I love it.
All right.
Love you very much. And Jessica, I love you so very much. You were the one that first made me a mommy.
This next guest is also very important.
Right. It's Mommy's sister-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Sammy.
First question. What is the grossest thing she's ever eaten?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm going to guess. Actually, I don't know. I'm going to say liver. That's all I can think of.
Liver? It's like inside your body.
Oh.
Yeah. We actually don't know the answers either. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So, which Harry Potter character is her absolutely least favorite? What about and what's her most favorite?
Okay, I'm going to guess that her least favorite is Umbridge, and that her most favorite is her most favorite, I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess Lupin.
Wait, who's? Oh yeah, Lupin's a good one.
Wait, did you guys talk to Mom and find out their actual answers?
No. I just.
I thought you did. Didn't you ask her?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Okay, she said
you
her
can tell her.
least favorite was Umbridge.
Ding, 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 ding.
So yep, you got that one right.
1 point. Did she
She
say
said she likes a bunch of people like Dumbledore. Yeah.
She didn't say one favorite person?
No, she said a lot. She also said she likes Ginny Weasley. No, Miss Weasley. Yeah, Miss Weasley.
Mrs. Weasley.
Because she's a great mom.
That's exactly what Grammy said, though.
I know.
Holy smokes.
I know.
That's what.
I know.
All right, let's do another question.
Okay. Next question. What 3 things would she take with her to a desert island?
A Jane Austen book, probably. A project to do so that she didn't get bored, and Diet Coke.
That's an exact hodgepodge of what Grammy and Auntie Kate said. Right?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Amazing.
All right, Pippa, you want to ask one?
Bonus one, since there are usually 3.
Okay.
Her worst fear.
Worst fear.
Or at least what she's afraid of.
That's a hard one. I don't know. Oh gosh. I'm trying to think like actual scary or like existential crisis kind of scary.
I want to hear the existential crisis one.
Okay, for Jessica, I think it would be something like boredom, just like having nothing to do, because she loves being busy, and I feel that deep in my soul.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah. That's a good one.
What is her 2 celebrity crushes? Then, like right now or back when she was a kid?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't think Andy sent me no celebrities from the 90s.
Why did you make up that question?
Well, you guys, I don't know.
No one has ever answered it yet.
I
No.
know. Okay,
Wait.
Last question.
Is it some? Hold on.
Oh, do you have it?
Guys
Are you Googling hot boys from 90? The 90s?
No, I'm thinking. And okay, is it someone? Because you guys went to a Blink-182 concert. Is it someone from the band?
No. That's. I see maybe some logic in that, but no, they're hideous, man.
Next.
Okay, I've never seen any of them, so.
What is her favorite candy?
Reese's.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's mine too. Everyone's guessed that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's good. I think that's 2 out of 7.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
This next guess is also important to our mom because it was her sister. Her name is Auntie Kate. First question. What is her favorite candy?
Oh, that one is super easy. It's Reese's, but her favorite of the Reese's are any of the like holiday Reese's. So if it's like trees or pumpkins, those are her favorite because she thinks that they taste better and that there's a different formula or something around the holidays. So it's Reese's, but specifically the holiday ones.
They do taste better. That's
Yeah, they
100%
do.
true. Okay, what do you got, Pippa?
Second, what
Scooch up.
was the last movie she watched?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know this one. I will guess Mary Poppins.
Okay, we actually have no idea, so.
Actually, I know.
Oh,
You answered that too?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, what do you got, Els?
What is the 3 things that she take to the desert island?
3 things she would take to a desert island.
Yes.
Let's see. I think she would take definitely her favorite books, which would either be something by Jane Austen or Harry Potter, either one. And what else? She would be really practical too. So actually, know what? She would take a craft or something to do to keep her busy. So whether it be like embroidery or something she could do with her hands, it would be some sort of crafting thing. I know that's broad, but that would definitely be one, or else she would go insane and bored if she didn't have something to do. And the third one would be water. I'm gonna say water. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good.
We have a bonus in the room. Looks like it is Jessica's sister's niece. We're like,
Just her niece.
yeah,
Just
just her niece.
Yeah.
Just her niece.
Yeah.
Sorry. And we are going to ask her a couple of questions.
Let's see. Let's come up with Lily, what do you think Auntie Jessa is afraid of?
Spiders.
That's a good guess. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. That's a way good answer, Lily.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's do this.
You want the desert island one?
So, what 3 things would she bring to the desert island?
If Auntie Jessa was on an island by herself, what would she bring? Clothes. Okay.
Yep.
What else?
Yep. And food, just in case if they.
And we'll say it louder. See.
Food, just in case if she gets hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A bed for her to sleep.
Those are way good.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Those are probably the best we've ever heard. Yep. Including Grammy, who chose her most stylish sunglasses, a swimsuit, and some
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
I think, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about Diet Coke. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for making a stop over on Momcast. And
we love Jessa so much. She's always been my hero.
So this next guest is also very special. It's her sister again. Her other sister. Yes, and her name is Auntie Keely.
Hello.
Which Harry Potter character is her absolutely least favorite, and what is her most favorite?
Oh, her least favorite is Dolores Umbridge, and her favorite is, I'm going to say Hermione, because she is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
but need.
Okay, next question.
Pepper, do you want to ask one?
Sure.
Do you remember?
I know. If she were to take 3 things to the desert, what would she take?
To the
Oh,
desert island.
To a deserted island?
Yeah.
Oh, she would take Reese's chocolate. She would take a book. And how many things? 3 things?
Yeah.
Okay. Last one, she would take. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's good. 2 things.
Okay.
2 things is
I was
good.
like 2 things. That's all I got is 2 things.
Let me ask the next one.
Dad.
Which one? Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna ask. Name 2 of her celebrity crushes, either when she was growing up or currently.
Oh my gosh, the names now. What's his name from Ryan Gosling?
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, and one more.
Yeah. One is good because this one's a little bit hard.
I would say that, and maybe Gerard Butler. I don't know.
That's actually the first time somebody has answered in that question.
Yeah.
Oh.
Auntie Keely would have answered that. No one else. But they were just like, we don't know.
One more.
Let's do one more.
What book does she doesn't like?
That she doesn't like?
Yes.
She doesn't like a lot of stuff.
What book?
A specific book?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that one because I don't know specific books. I know she definitely doesn't like predictable books. She doesn't like anything that she can predict. She likes to have things that are
unpredictable.
Unpredictable. Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, that's good.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. This next part, we are going to share some stories. So we asked some friends on Facebook to share some, and our helpers, they are going to read some of the stories. So here we go.
Yeah, so the first one is from someone we know at church, whose name is Brother Stansbury. And he says, the first time I heard her speak in sacrament, I was really grateful for her message. I remember thinking, she must have been an English major too. Ellie?
And this next part is the Harry Potter expert is going to read another one, and it's from our grandma. So
her name is Delena Huntley. I've known her since she was in high school. I just want to say thank you for being in my son's life, and you have helped mold him into the man he is today. And you're an amazing mom and daughter-in-law. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
So for this part, our co-host, Panda Expert, would like to share a few stories about Jessica.
So, I have this one where I was really little. So, I wanted to climb into this pot. So, Mom puts me in it. But then I started to cry, and I didn't want to go into the pot. So, Mom to the rescue! She put me out of the pot. Woohoo! Go, Mom! And this next story is one about when I was about this age. So when we left Spain. So 1 month ago, we were in Spain and we were in coronavirus, and the people here in America called us that we had to go back to America, so we couldn't finish our adventure. and Mom made us feel really good. So those are the 2 stories I wanted to share today. So bye.
I'd like to introduce myself, Ellie, or known as Harry Potter Master. I would like to read a little clip of Harry Potter in book 2, right when they land to go to Ron's house and escape. Touchdown, as said Fred, as with a slight bump, they hit the ground. They had landed next to a tumble-down garage in a small yard, and Harry looked out for the first time at Ron's house. It looked as though it had once been a large stone pig pen, but extra rooms had been added here and there until it was several stories high, and so crooked it looked as though it were held up by magic, which Harry reminded himself it probably was. For 4 or 5 chimneys were perched on top of the red roof. A lopsided sign stuck in the ground near the entrance read, "The Burrow." Around the front door lay a jumble rubber boots and very crusty cauldron. Several fat brown chickens were pecking their way around the yard. "Not much," said Ron. "It's wonderful," said Harry happily, thinking of Privet Drive. They got out of the car. "Now, we'll go upstairs really quietly," said Fred, "and wait until Mom calls us for breakfast. Then, Ron, you come bounding downstairs going, 'Mom, look who turned up in last night,' she said. I'll be pleased to see that Harry had no need to know that ever we flew in the car." "Right," said Ron. "Come on, Harry. I sleep at the top." Ron got a nasty greenish color, his eyes fixed on the house. The other 3 wheeled around. Miss Weasley was marching across the yard, scattering chickens, and for a short, plump, kind-faced woman, it was remarkable how much she looked like a saber-toothed tiger. "Ah," said Fred. "Oh dear," said George. Miss Weasley came to a halt in front of them, her hands on her hips, staring in front of one guilty face to the next. She was wearing a flowered apron with a wand sticking out of the pocket. "So," she said. "Morning, Mum," said George. In what he clearly thought was a jolly winning voice. "Have you any idea how worried I've been?" said Miss Weasley in a deadly whisper. "Sorry, Mum, but we had to. See, all 3 of Miss Weasley's sons were taller than she was, but they cowered her as rage broke over them. So that's how much I'd like to read. It reminds me of Mom when she gets mad at me sometimes." So, yeah, that's the clip I'd like to read.
Hey, Paul here. We have an update on the Facebook messages, so we're going to read this one in. This one's from another person from church, one of Jessica's friends, Marty Stockham. She says, "Jessica stands out in every way. When we helped you guys move in, she wore a dress. That caught my attention. And there was this one good-sized box with all Paul's letters when he was on a mission. Cute. I admire her creativity and loved seeing her sing that one crazy song in the car with the kids and Paul looking calm and collected. She is a sweetheart, original, and we are hoping to add a lot more memories to the ones we already have."
So, this next guest is a friend of my mom, and it is a family, and the family is named hold on, I can't remember. The Susans.
Okay. All right. So No offense.
None taken. None taken.
Okay. All right. So Auntie Kendra's has got some things she wants to share. All right. Let's let Auntie Kendra share some stuff.
Okay. All my life, I've had perfect vision, the ability to wake up in the morning and see what was directly in front of me, as well as what was across the room. All of that changed this past year when it was brought to my attention that the time had come for me to start using readers or reading glasses. This shift in vision has left me with much room for thought as I have thought about the gift of sight in all aspect and what it entails. Last week in our Come Follow Me, we read about the gift of seers, which I say seers because when I say Sears, it reminds me of the retailer, Sears. So Sears is how I'm going to say it. A seer can know, this is the quote, a seer can know of things which are past, and also of things which are to come. And hidden things shall come to light, and things which were not known shall be made known by them. And also things shall be made known by them which otherwise could not be known. I really appreciated this quote at this time of year when we celebrate mothers, because I feel like mothers are seers. And I remain grateful for the mothers that I know in my life that have the gift of hindsight, foresight, and just all-knowing sight. And in the same way that some animals have night vision and others have eyes on the sides of their heads to expand their vision, it is often said that mothers have eyes in the back of their heads, or eyes that see everything. When looking at the members of their family, who else can see so clearly the strengths, the weaknesses, the potential successes and failures greater than a mother? And when I think about my friend Jessa, I definitely think of her as being a seer, that she is very gifted at looking at not only members of her family, but all of those in her circle and able to see them with sight that allows her to be a support and an encourager, a builder and a helper. That with her sight, she is able to lift people higher than they were and make them become better just by being in her presence. That's my compliment. There, you got it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I like that a lot. Thanks, Kendra.
Yep.
Okay, Ellie, do you wanna
Yep.
introduce the next part?
Okay, so now we are going to do 3 truths and a lie. So, 3 truths and a lie. We are going to tell you 3 truths, but one's a lie, and you have to guess it. And let me tell you, these are very hard questions. Okay. Number 1, had a pierced belly button in college.
She might get mad at us for some of these.
I think that's true.
Okay, Ellie, keep going.
We think that's
The
true.
guy that she just met at a Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Okay, wait, she what?
did what?
She did what with the Blockbuster dude?
She kissed a guy that she had just met at Blockbuster.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm going to reserve judgment on that. We will wait.
Worked a
First one, I say
gunsmith.
yes. The second one, I don't know.
Worked a gunsmith.
Worked for a gunsmith who sold guns to Tom Selleck.
I'm gonna
Sold
say
appliances.
That's
Yeah,
got to be true.
that's Idahoan.
Way,
Yeah.
way specific. Yeah.
Sold appliance at Sears and was good at it.
Also true.
What's the last one?
Sold appliances? Was it
Oh.
sold appliances? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna say false on the Blockbuster kissing episode.
Jeez, I don't know about this. I'm trying to think about Sears.
What? They have appliances at Sears.
I know they do.
Oh.
I just am trying to think of it.
I cut out most of this.
No, this is good.
I mean, I have no doubt she would be good at it. I just don't know that she did it. I'm going to go no on the Sears. He's going to go no on the Blockbuster.
No. Oh, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're divided, of course.
Okay, girls, do you know which one's the false one?
Yes.
What is it?
It's kissed a guy that she had just met.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Boom.
No. Although there's some semblance. She's gonna yell at me later for this, but I feel like she did kiss a random dude at the Pocatello Blockbuster, and I think I've just blocked it out of my memory. So, but yeah, everything else is true.
I didn't know she had a belly button in college.
Yeah, she probably didn't want you to know that. So sorry, Jessica.
We knew that right off the bat. That had to be.
That
true.
had to be true.
So,
Yeah, yeah, that's zero surprise to anyone.
Belly button.
I always say,
Okay.
tell my kids how in college I had a roommate that had a piercing gun, and I just think everything getting pierced when you go.
Whatever. It was mostly ears back then.
Right.
To add to it,
Back then, like,
well, this was also in Pocatello because we were at Idaho State, and I think she even pierced it herself. So
right.
Yeah, she did.
she's
She told me that once.
she's bolder than what some people
Wait, did
tend
she
to
still
think.
have a belly
I
button?
would cut that out of the podcast. That
Yeah, no,
phrase.
we're gonna cut. Yeah, 70% of this is getting cut. All right. Did you have anything else, or we good?
Oh, here he goes. He's
No,
ready.
I've got something.
Okay.
So I'll preface this by saying that when we came to Spain to visit you guys, and we met up right along the Sardinero, she had such a look of happy to see us. Just kind of look on her face that this is what I'll share. So this is a song by Katy Perry. It's called International Smile. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but
Thank goodness.
this is what it says. Black Ray-Bans, you know she's with the band. Passport stamps, she's cosmopolitan. Yeah, she runs the place like Penny Lane. Yeah, you lucky if you're on her plane. From Tokyo to Mexico to Rio, that girl's a trip, a one-way ticket. Takes you miles high, so high, 'cause she's got that one international smile. Catch her if you can, yeah, she's so in demand. Takes you miles high, so high, 'cause she's got that one international smile. So she was so happy to see us, and we were in Spain, and she's clearly cosmopolitan with her passport
Clearly.
stamped. That I think that's a nice tribute to her. So
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Okay, so we're on the line with our next special guest, who is Jessica's sister-in-law, aka Alicia Ost. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Where are you in the world right now?
I am in Hornell, New York.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us for Momcast, episode 2020. So we're going to do something called Mom Quiz, and then we're going to do 3 truths and a lie. So we'll start with that.
Mom quiz is where we ask you a bunch of questions about mom, and then you have to answer them, but there are no rights or wrongs because we actually don't know.
Except for 2.
Oh. Okay.
First question, what is her favorite candy?
Her favorite candy, I would say Reese's.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So, what is her most absolutely not favorite Harry Potter character and her most favorite Harry Potter character?
I think her least favorite is He Who Shall Not Be Named. I can't say it, but starts with a V.
I know.
No?
No.
And her,
Voldemort.
yeah, and her favorite would be, let's see, Hermione?
Good guess. Okay, next question. The actual answers were. Say them.
That's okay. She can.
Her least favorite is Umbridge.
Oh.
Since Voldemort doesn't count because he's like everyone's worst favorite. But that's okay. Yeah, but that does sort of count. And she likes Dumbledore and Molly Weasley. And Hermione. Yeah, and Hermione. Those were good. Because everyone son Dolores Umbridge and Molly.
Yeah, I forgot about Umbridge, Professor Umbridge. She's no good.
Next question. I wouldn't call her a professor.
Well, let's do one more mom quiz question. We'll do 3 truths and a lie.
Okay. Next question. If she were to bring 3 things to the desert, what would she bring?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
A desert.
She would bring probably her sewing machine, so she'd have something to do. A book, a good book, and her family.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count, or does it have to be things?
That counts. That
counts.
Yep. Otherwise, if I didn't count me, I'd totally die.
That's true. That's a good answer. I like that one.
Okay, now time for the 3 truths and a lie. Okay. First one, had a pierced belly button in college.
Do I say if it's a truth or a lie, or do I wait?
Oh, you can wait.
No. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
She's pausing for effect, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, keep reading.
Number 2, kissed a guy she had just met in a Blockbuster. Worked for a gunsmith who sold guns to Tom Selleck. Sold appliance at Sears and was good at it.
Okay. So do I just pick the one that I think is the lie?
Yes.
I think that the lie is that she kissed someone she just met at a Blockbuster.
Ding 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 ding.
Good job.
You
That's
got
it.
it.
Yeah. That was good. Those were hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next guest is Auntie Kenzie, one of Mom's friends. Hi, Kenzie.
Hi. How's it going?
Great. Welcome to Momcast.
Thank you.
Okay, Ellie, do you want to tell what we're going to be doing?
So today we are doing the 3 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1. Had a pierced belly button in college.
Okay, let Peppa do that.
Wait. Kissed a guy she just met at
Blockbuster.
Worked for a gunsmith who sold guns to Tom Selleck. Sold appliances at Sears and was good at it.
Those are your options.
Okay. I know that she did have a belly button ring. I haven't heard of her past jobs, so this is kind of hard. I'm going to say, even though I'm sure she would have been a great appliance salesman, I'm going to guess just because the Tom Selleck one is so awesome that I'm sure it's true. And we all did kind of crazy things like kissing guys we just met. So I'm going to guess that she sold the selling appliances is the lie.
Okay, good guess. It
Good
is
guess.
not right, though.
Oh, darn it.
You're good. She did not kiss a random guy at Blockbuster, actually.
Oh, no. Now
But I feel like she did. I feel like maybe there was some story with her kissing a guy at Blockbuster, and I don't remember exactly.
maybe she'd known him for a while.
Maybe she did know him. I think she kind of knew him. So there's some semblance.
So this next part, she is going to share a mom compliment. Yeah, mom compliment. So we'll share the time over to you.
Well, thank you. There's so many good things about your mom, Jessa. She's a really amazing example to me. And she's been a really good friend since we both moved here to North Carolina. And we moved here the same week. So that was awesome. And we're both from Idaho, which is awesome. And we both love Disney, which is awesome too. But she is an example to me of hard work. She's always very meticulous with her dolls and works to grow that business and expand and just make it still just exciting and new. And that's a great example to me. She cares about others, especially her family. She's mindful and intentional about life and the beauty and opportunities that surround her. I think Jessa's super radiant inside and out. She's very beautiful. I'm grateful, like I said, that I had an instant friend. I feel like we have a lot in common. I appreciate her love of learning and exploring through travel, and that she lets me live vicariously through her. So that's awesome. And I just love Jessa. She's an amazing woman and wife and mother.
Cool. That was awesome. That was very nice.
Yeah, that was actually the best one that we ever have. Not sure.
Well, I meant every single word, girls.
All right, so our next guest is Auntie Ashley, one of Mommy's best friends. So hi, Ashley.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to our Momcast.
I am honored to be here.
Should we start with 3 truths and a lie?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
Ellie, I'm going to
Okay.
get that document and go for it.
Hey, Jess, you have to know you have the best family ever. This is so much fun.
Yeah. We actually do. Okay. First question. Wait, what's it called?
Statement. 3 truths and a lie.
Okay. First statement. Had a pierced belly button in college. Second, kissed a guy she had just met at Blockbuster. Third, worked for a gunsmith who sold guns to Tom Selleck. Fourth, sold appliance at Sears and was good at it.
I would say had a pierced belly button in college.
Here's the lie.
Is the lie.
Okay.
That could be wrong.
What do you say, girl?
She pierced her belly button in college?
Oh yeah, she pierced it herself.
Yeah. Before I met her?
I thought it was with you while you guys were at
No. I'm afraid of needles. I would never have let her done that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But like scary potato or what did she do?
Some kind of before YouTube, so who knows? I think she did kiss a guy at Blockbuster. I don't know if they just met though, but that's one thing that we're gonna have a long conversation about on Sunday when we give her this podcast.
Sorry, Jessa, I would rather believe that you kissed a dude you just met than pierced your belly button.
Well, for Jessica who is listening, I will say that it was a nice belly button piercing.
Really?
I would
ask her some questions.
I mean, how do you even pierce your belly button?
I don't know.
As your classy friend, there is no such thing as a nice belly piercing.
All right, Peppa, do you remember some questions? You wanna ask?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
If she were to take 3 things to the desert, what would she bring?
Bread and a book And then she'd probably feel compelled to take a water bottle just out of like duty because she's in a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Those
Ellie,
are
do you
my-
want to ask one?
Let's see.
You got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Which Harry Potter character is her absolutely least favorite? And what is her most favorite?
This is a trickier one. I would say she probably doesn't fancy Dobby. He's a little bit whiny. But I would say that I don't know, she's such a mix of all the houses. Not so much Slytherin, but she's got a little bit of
Oh, there's
grub in there. She's got, we all do,
There's
right?
probably a tiny bit of Slytherin. Actually, a lot when there's TV included in it.
There's TV included in?
Yes. She never lets us watch that's more than one episode.
That's when the friend comes out, huh?
I know.
It's good to know. It's good to know when it happens.
And there was a cliffhanger.
I like Dobby though. Dobby's a good answer.
Yeah.
I love Dobby.
I
No,
think
I mean,
Dumbledore's
as in,
her favorite.
Wait, you
the
don't like
book-
Dobby?
who's her favorite?
I would say the book's Dumbledore,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like not in the movie because everyone after the first one is not as great. Although, like, of course, there's all the answers for the least favorite. Like, what's the lady in pink? Why can't I remember her name right now?
Umbridge.
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 Dolores.
Yeah, one likes her.
Is that her favorite or what?
Oh no, least.
That's
favorite.
nobody's favorite.
I'm trying to like go into like the deeper, like, I don't know. Dobby just kind of drives me crazy. Maybe he's my least favorite, so now I'm saying it's Jessa's least favorite.
We've had Umbridge as an answer, but we haven't had Dobby, and I like that one because he's super whiny.
He's so whiny, and he's really not that helpful.
No, he's so
I
lame.
think you're talking about Creature.
No, creatures obviously hated too. But
I know.
all right,
love Dobby.
let's do one more mom quiz question, and then we'll let her do
I
maybe.
thought you liked. Sorry, I can't think of it.
All right, I'm gonna do one more mom quiz question. This one, okay. Name 2 of her celebrity crushes, either when she was younger or currently.
She doesn't have any.
Okay. There's like, okay, so I know for sure, well, Auntie Jessa and I both really kind of crushed over the dudes on Phantom of the Opera. So, but that was like part of the character, not necessarily just the celebrity. It was always a dichotomy about which one we were going to choose, Raoul or the Phantom. I don't know. Anyway, and then for today, I'm like waxing poetical. Today, I don't know who her celebrity crush is. I would maybe choose someone from Downton Abbey.
Oh, yeah.
If I was on this Momcast and they asked me that question, I would definitely choose Dad.
I'm your celebrity
He's
crush?
There's a celebrity.
Oh, I see. I'm mom's celebrity crush?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's a celebrity to some people for sure.
yeah, maybe.
To Uncle
I do
Jason,
have-
he thinks Paul's a celebrity for sure.
I have over 200 Facebook followers.
Really?
All right. Okay, so let's
Are
move
they
on to
girls?
the next segment, something that we haven't
Are
had a
the
whole lot
girls,
of.
Dada?
No, they're family. Which is a mom reads.
Yay! Okay, so one of my favorite books of all time is Anne of Green Gables, and I know that Jessa at least nominally likes it. I know that your grandma loves it, and they did their whole Anne of Green Gables tour, right? But I always feel like I'm just elevated when I read Anne of Green Gables because she uses such nice language. That's one reason I like to read books that have beautiful prose. So one page that I love in particular is when Anne is meeting her best friend Diana. And I've always felt like Jessa was Diana and I was Anne. I felt a little, maybe frumpy, a little.
I do have one question though.
Okay.
We have seen the entire first Anne Green Gables movie, but we haven't seen the second. So
I don't remember the first movie.
Oh, well, you've got to read the book.
So-
Well, I do remember Diana though.
Okay, good. Does
I
Diana
haven't seen Diana.
dark, beautiful hair on the movie? Because I can't
Yeah.
recall. Okay.
She has a
Well,
curly hair, I think. I don't
on
know
this
if it's
page,
curly hair.
Anne comes in and she wants to make a really good impression because she wants to be friends with Diana so badly. And it talks about how Diana was sitting on the sofa reading a book. And that's always something I've pictured Jessa doing. She's very intelligent, always reading and learning new things.
That's probably
And-
me too.
but then they go out into the garden and they're like finally getting to kind of talk to each other. And the words are so beautiful about how lovely it was outside. And then this is what Anne says to Diana. She says, "Oh, Diana," said Anne at last, clasping her hands and speaking almost in a whisper, do you think you can like me a little? Enough to be my bosom friend?" And then Diana laughs at her and is like, "Everyone's told me how strange you are, Anne. But yes, I think we'll be very good friends." So I've always admired Jessa because she's beautiful in both inside and outside. She has a very sweet spirit. And I've always been grateful that she was one of my best friends.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pemberly asked, "What is a bosom friend?"
Ah, right. So it's like another phrase is a kindred spirit, someone that you just feel like you know and love automatically without knowing much about them at all. You know, your bosom is like your heart, like the area of your body, like close to your heart. And so someone that's your bosom friend is someone that just never leaves. And that's the same with Jess. Even if we don't talk for a long time, I feel like we kind of just get each other. We don't have to catch up on a lot of stuff. We just take off where we're at.
Yeah.
That's how
And then do we still have time to give a mompliment?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The great thing about Momcast is this could literally be 3 hours long. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you have a story then?
I do have lots of stories about your mom, but I won't tell many of them.
Please do. At least 5? Or maybe 10. Maybe 10. Yeah, definitely 10.
How about 3?
3, fine.
Can we do 3? Okay, we'll go with 3.
Okay.
I should do 3 truths and a lie and see if you guys can guess which ones are
Oh,
true.
that'd be fun.
Oh, like you doing it about Jessica.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try it?
Let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Oh, God.
Okay,
So
guys.
3 of these statements will be true things that Jessa and I experienced together, and one of them will be a lie. Okay. Auntie Jessa, well, your mom, Jessa and I broke into a construction site and wandered around on the foundations of a really like huge building that was going up, and it was incredibly dangerous, and we did it anyway. And maybe another one would be one of our favorite things to do was to dress all in black and go out when it got dark at night, and we would take a basket and a pair of scissors and we would roam all around Idaho State University, and we'd cut all the flowers that we could, and we'd take them home in big baskets full of tulips, and we would put them in our house, and we would tie them up with string and take them to people in nursing homes and things. Another statement would be that one year Auntie Jessa and I took a really long road trip to a city in Utah where we got all sorts of delicious dairy items, and then we drove home in our it was my car, we called it the dune buggy, and we drove home, and it was just so hot and miserable that when we got back we were so sick because we'd eaten way too much dairy and then drove home in a really hot car, and hot and dairy is a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Wait,
one more.
There was one time where Auntie Jessa and I worked at the same place. It was Sears, and we were in different departments, and we would drive home in our terrible little tin can cars so fast to see who could win. And one time we went around a curve at Idaho State so fast that our cars may have tipped on 2 wheels as we went on the curve because we were going much too fast. Okay, so now you have to tell me which one of those was a lie.
Let's have Peppa guess first.
I think the one where you broke into a construction site.
Do you think that was a lie?
Yeah.
Okay, good guess.
What's your guess?
What was the second one? Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
That was the tulips.
Yeah. Third one?
The third one was the road trip, and they got lots of dairy stuff, and then.
Oh yeah, I think that one.
I think that was a lie.
That's my guess, because I don't think I've ever heard that story, but I also don't remember going up on 2 wheels. I know you guys used to race home from Sears, and you definitely drove tin can cars. I'm gonna guess the dairy one.
So it was tricky. They were all true. We did go up on 2 wheels when we drove home one night from the stairs. It was too dangerous. We didn't do that ever again.
Isn't that fun? Mommy cut flowers at night and took them from, and then she went to that construction site.
We did go on a construction site. They were building the rendezvous building, and we totally jumped over the fence. Like, we climbed this really tall fence and jumped over like the barbed wire that was on top because we really wanted to do it. Not always the best reason to do something. And we did go to Logan, and we got a lot of dairy, and it was a terrible choice.
So that's
We
good.
were so sick.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just want another story because it's so good.
There's so much.
One more short story. Maybe two.
You guys ask your mom for the letter that I wrote to her one year about like some fun memories that I remembered, and I just tried to write down as many as I could. Or you can ask her for a story about this man that we called, and here's the keyword, Daddy.
Ooh.
So if you ask her about the man named Daddy, she can tell you a story.
I'm very intrigued. But don't tell her until Sunday, because if we ask her, it might give her away. I know we got 2 more days, and then we get to tell her, give her this.
Very
awesome
suspenseful.
Actually,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her my mompliment, and then I'm gonna go help my kids finish dinner.
Perfect.
So my compliment to you, Jess, is that you have always maintained your identity. And being a mom is something that can be really confusing, and it can be really masking. It can take over who your identity really is, and you can lose yourself when you're a mom. But I have always admired that you have remained who you are and just been elevated by being a mom. You are always just like, you have this serenity about you that I know will pass on to your daughters and will be a huge blessing in their lives. So I think that that's something that's quite uncommon and very remarkable, that will be a great legacy for your girls, that you can still be who you are and be their mom and have them grow up to be the women that they are, and they don't have to try to be anyone else because they are perfect as they are. So thanks for always being there for me, bestie. I hope you have an awesome Mother's Day.
Awesome. That's perfect. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks so much for taking some time.
And happy future Mother's Day to you ladies.
Yeah.
Well, we aren't technically a mother yet.
Nope, just
Ellie
future Mother's Day. And even if you don't have kids, you'll be a mom, someone.
Because I don't want to be stuck at a place with child. I want to explore the world, break rules, and do anything I want to.
And then one day you'll have this beautiful little baby, and you'll want to do all of that with your baby, and it will be the best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's better not being proper. I hope you like this podcast and that it'll be really special to our mom. We're really hoping that we can get it done by Sunday, and I think it's coming along, and I think it's good and impressive, so that's what I like to say. And Ellie would like to share something, so we'll take the time and share it over to you.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed this very good podcast, or I think it is. I hope you will like it, Mom. And I hope you will have a good Mother's Day, Mom.
Yep.
And happy Mother's Day.
Bye!
All right, so it's my turn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an excerpt from one of your favorite books that I've never read, but I know you like it a lot, and I tried to find a copy, but I don't think it's here in this apartment. I found the Spanish one, but I couldn't find the part that I wanted to read. So I've got the excerpt that I think reminds me of what I've seen in you as a mother and what motherhood seems to be from my perspective. I don't know if this is actually like an excerpt that people read thinking about mothers, but when I read it, it felt like it hit on a lot of those things. So I'll read it for you. So this is Anne Morrow Lindbergh, and the book is Gift from the Sea. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time in exactly the same way from moment to moment. It is an impossibility. It is even a lie to pretend to. And yet, this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in terror its ebb. We are afraid it will never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life, as in love, is in growth, in fluidity, in freedom, in the sense that the dancers are free, barely touching as they pass, but partners in the same pattern. The only real security is not in owning or possessing, not in demanding or expecting, not in hoping even. Security in a relationship lies neither in looking back to what was in nostalgia, nor forward to what it might be in dread or anticipation, but living in the present relationship and accepting it as it is now. Relationships must be like islands. One must accept them for what they are, here and now, within their limits, islands, surrounded and interrupted by the sea, and continually visited and abandoned by the tides. So, I think, in particular, the relationship that I have in mind when I read that, and maybe it's just the relationship between mother and child. I think you've been an amazing mother to our two girls, and I'm so grateful to have been your partner so far and to get to continue to be as we watch them grow. And I like this passage because it sort of is a nod to the challenging moments, and I see it as sort of that she's telling us it's okay if we can't be at our 100% all the time. And not only is it okay, that it's part of the process. And I think mothers and maybe parents in general, we can be really hard on ourselves when we're not performing at our absolute best, or doing our absolute best to take care of our children. But in doing so, I think we often exhaust ourselves, and then that can kind of spiral out. What I've seen in you, it's been trying to do your best, failing sometimes, exceeding extremely successfully as a mother at other times. And I think the most important product of all, or the result, is that you can see it in our two girls. Ellie and Peppa are wonderful, and that's in large part to you and to everything you've done and to everything that you will do as their mother. And so thank you, and I hope this has been a good Mother's Day present for you. The girls were really excited. We've been having a lot of fun working on it together and calling your friends and family and enjoying inviting them into the process. So we love you a lot. Happy Mother's Day.
There's no use crying over spilled milk. Unless it's the baby's milk, then you can cry all day. Sometimes you just need a little time away. Vacation in the bathroom with an audience in the doorway. An audience in the doorway. Endless dirty dishes, I'm not sure the last time I showered. My coffee's almost empty, but I've never felt this tired. Mom, life is a hard life, it's harder than I thought it would be. Mom, life is a good life. It's better than I thought it could be. Hey, what's a sick day? And where do I get one? I've heard about them. They seem like fun, but I'm a master at getting through the day. 'Cause coffee plus Jesus makes everything okay. Hey, at least until my husband gets home. Endless dirty diapers, and I'm pretty sure this milk's sour. The baby won't stop crying. Each minute feels like hours. Mom, life is a hard life. It's harder than I thought it would be. Mom, life is a good life. It's better than I thought it could